The thought of preparing for a job interview can trigger all sorts of emotions, from feeling nervous, maybe even anxious. For some people, it creates significant stress. After all, you're probably expecting a barrage of questions about all sorts of things. Of course, there are things you can do to help manage the feeling of stress when you're preparing for a job interview. Some of the obvious ones are things like breathing. Deep breathing is helpful. Positive visualization, picturing yourself doing really well in the interview and being offered the job. And of course, the most important one, being well prepared for the interview. Now, you might be expecting a pile of random questions about all sorts of things in no particular order. But what you can do when you're preparing yourself is to take all of the potential interview questions and sort them and organize them into specific categories. Once you've got yourself organized, you can then focus on specific question types and start preparing answers for those specific types of questions. Now, we take all of the questions for a job interview and sort them into three basic categories: general questions, situational questions, and behavioural questions. Now, the general category could include questions that might be icebreakers, could be research-based, compatibility focused, or even some questions that might be considered curveballs. In regards to the situational category, these are questions that would ask you what you would do in specific situations. If this situation happened, how would you respond? And typically, situational questions will be based on problems or opportunities that may come up in the role that you're applying for. Now, the third category is behavioural type questions. And these are questions that ask you to give examples. Provide examples where you've shown certain skills, you've managed certain projects, you've handled certain situations. They're generally based on skills, qualities, and values. Now, once you've organized all of the questions into these different categories, then into the different types of questions, you can start working towards building your answers around those specific question types. Now, that process is an entirely separate video. As always, I hope that was helpful. Good luck with your interview.